Bernie Sanders entered the 2020 field this past week, but past troubles may come back to haunt him. Like, for example, his wife Jane's tenure as president of Burlington College in Vermont. The school closed in 2016 due to crushing debt incurred while she was president from a land deal that fell through. The controversy was looked into, but Bernie's campaign says the feds have closed the investigation and are not filing any charges. Here with more is Vermont lawyer and Republican vice chair Brady Tensing joins us today from D.C. Brady, good morning to you.
Good morning, Steve. Thanks for having me on.
Okay, so the college closed with a crushing weight of debt because she bought, in part, 32 acres to expand the college, took out $6.7 million in tax-exempt loans. What's your problem with that? It sounds like she was just trying to grow things bigger.
Yeah, I don't have a problem. I like bigger things, and I like successful businesses, and I understand there's risk. But there's also something called bank fraud. And what happened was that Jane Sanders misrepresented, lied about confirmed contributions to the school in order to get the bank loan to buy this property.
How did she lie?
Well, she overstated the contributions, and we know this because we know this for at least three reasons. One, the school is only able to collect about 25% of the claimed contributions. Number two, the school's own audit report showed the fraud. And number three, donors came forward to say that their pledges were overstated, that they were misrepresented.
Now, as I understand it, a couple of years ago, you actually you sent a letter to the feds and said, hey, you got to look into this. What happened with that?
Well, we don't know officially what happened with that because the federal officials don't discuss investigations and they don't discuss closing investigations. But Bernie Sanders' office has claimed that it was closed without prosecution. But this is the shame of this, Steve. If that is exactly what happened, there's not going to be a special prosecutor's report that comes out and explains exactly what role Senator Sanders played in getting this loan or what evidence was in front of the prosecutors that they declined to go forward on. We just have Senator Sanders, who refused to answer questions during the investigation because the investigation was going on, and now he refuses to answer questions because it's closed.
Okay. We got a statement from Jeff Weaver, senior advisor to Bernie Sanders in 2020. These false allegations began with a politically motivated complaint by Trump's 2016 Vermont chairman. As Jane has said from the beginning, she has done nothing wrong and was pleased that the investigation came to an end months ago. It's no coincidence that after Bernie Sanders' record-breaking fundraising during the first day of his campaign, Fox News is regurgitating false attacks from Trump's cronies. The worry was that ultimately they just got a sweetheart deal because she was Bernie's wife, right?
Well, there's not only the worry, there's evidence. If she'd been Jane Doe instead of Jane Sanders, she never would have gotten this loan. It never would have survived the most basic of underwriting. The subsequent president, who was tasked with trying to clean up Jane's mess and trying to save the college, herself said that it appears as though the senator that the school received special treatment, Jane received special treatment because of Senator Sanders' power in the state.
Okay. Nonetheless, the feds did not prosecute, and we don't know exactly why. But Brady, thank you very much for joining us from D.C. and telling us the story.
Thank you.
All right.